Hey, what's going on, guys? It is MindedBike98 back with another video. I know I haven't posted recently about getting better at Fortnite, but this should hopefully make up for that lost time. Now, real quick before we get into the video, please make sure you like this video if it did help you at all, and subscribe to the channel if you want more content and if you need more ways to get better at Fortnite. I post these new updates on how to get better on Fortnite Mobile as much as I can. I'm currently doing the Golden Fish Frenzy Challenge, but during this weekend I'm going to take a little break on that. But I will have another video on the Golden Fish Frenzy Challenge come this Monday. Now, one last thing, do not forget about my giveaway coming up in a couple of weeks. I am giving away every week the current season pass giveaway. I was having a giveaway for the season 2 of chapter 2 game pass, but things happened with Fortnite, and if you want to know why those changes were made, I will leave a link to a video on me explaining those changes and reasons in the description below, along with my current giveaway status and how to earn points to increase your chances of winning. Now, if you do still need this current season's battle pass, you can enter the giveaway simply by liking all of my chapter 2 season 1 videos along with subscribing to my channel. You have to follow my Twitter and Instagram page, and lastly, you have a comment in one of my current videos about chapter 2 and the giveaway, your epic gamertag name. But for further details and point charts, you can go to the description below, or you can go also to the description below and check out my link to the video describing everything you need to know about the current season's giveaway. Now, getting into the main idea of this video, your inventory. Now, many of the opponents you go against have their own strategies. They know what they're good at and what they're not good at. You, in many ways, are different from them in different ways, but I'm going to tell you the best ways to win a Fortnite Battle Royale match or get more kills with different inventory strategies. Now, just for an example, my simple strategy is I try to have at least 2 meds, whether that be a med kit and some bandages, or that be some minis or a half pot, or both, along with bandages. Now, I am personally better with the assault rifle and some of the bigger pump shotguns. I know a lot of people are as well, but let's get into the main basics of what you should be holding in your inventory. Now, a very important part of having an inventory is keeping it organized. I usually try to keep my ARs to the left, the shotguns nearest to the middle, but closer to the left area. I try to have a sniper rifle or a rocket launcher, whichever one I get first or later in the game, in the middle, and I have my bandages and my heals right at the end. Now, what you have in your inventory does determine whether or not you're going to win a Fortnite match or get many kills in general. Now, sadly, you cannot predict whether or not your opponents that you're going against are going to have some good or bad weapons or better weapons than you. So, the smart thing to do is to be smart about what you are good at rather than what someone else is recommending that you pick up for you. Now, everything I'm mentioning in this video goes along with squads, duos, solos, and arena, especially arena. Now, if you are planning to go to the arena mode, I would recommend getting better with the grenades that you are given throughout the game and not try and give them up for better weapons in general. Now, as most of my viewers that have watched my most recent videos know, I've been playing with Pace Fuji. He personally has been trying to get better with the grenades. And just based on what I have watched him been doing, I fully agree with him. Now, I'm not saying that you should most definitely use grenades. I'm saying you should get better at them just in case you actually do need them in an arena game or a game in general. Now, me personally, for the shotgun category, I kind of upgrade throughout the game. Unless I do find an upgrade machine, I do try to grind that out and upgrade my shotgun to pretty much the max level if I can. But if I do go throughout the map and I do see shotguns that are better than mine, if say I have an uncommon pump shotgun and there is a, say, rare tactical shotgun, I'll go for that rare tactical shotgun. Now most people try to go for the only pump shotguns. I personally don't know why, but for those people who do that, that's their own opinion. But me personally, I would suggest that you try and upgrade your guns throughout the game because it does work out in the end. Now this is a little different depending on the person who is watching this video. If you are good at snipers or quick scoping with any sniper rifle. If you are good with a sniper rifle, I would recommend trying not to pick up so many shotguns, but more ARs and SMGs for your inventory. Now I'm saying this because if you are using aim assist, of course if you're playing on mobile Fortnite, if you do have aim assist on, which most players do these days because they're trying to get better and they're not going to really do that well without aim assist. But anyway, aim assist really comes in handy if you are a sniper rifle going with an AR gun. Now let's go further into heals. Now as hopefully all mobile or general Fortnite players know, if you have minis and half pots, you have to take the minis first and then half pots to gain full health. But as for your general health, which is the bandages and the medkits, it is a little more complicated. Now let me explain what I'm getting into here. If you say have one medkit and say, I don't know, 7 or 8 bandages, I would go for the bandages because yes, they cannot restore full health, but if you get later on in the game and you're in a battle, you most likely won't have the time to use a full medkit to heal up. That's why the bandages do come in handy in case you need a quick heal up, so you'll have more health when you're in that battle. So if I'm being literal, if you want to use a medkit, those are more for a storm saver, or if you are alone or you just eliminate somebody, that's a good moment to use a medkit. But if you do try, or if you get in fights in general, I would recommend going for bandages and only bandages unless you have room in your inventory for medkits. Now let's get into something a little more complicated with Fortnite, which is the pistols. Now, in the original version of Fortnite, they didn't have much of an upgrade for the pistol. They only had the common, uncommon, and the rare pistols, and maybe they had the revolver and some other pistols that they added into the game. But yeah, people used them a lot, but they already took them out, and they replaced them now with the epic and the legendary pistols. Now, there are a lot of people who do use the pistols, but it's not very common that you run into one of those kind of people. Unless, of course, you have just landed and all you have is a pistol, or your opponent has a pistol. That is one of those more common reasons. Or if you get revived by the van, that's another reason why someone can only use a pistol. Now, what I'm trying to say is I would recommend starting to use the pistol because, believe it or not, it is OP. If you try looking at some other YouTubers that do play Fortnite, a lot of them do try to use the pistol because it is very overpowered with its hit damage. And if you do use it more and more often throughout your games and matches, you will improve your aiming, which it has improved my aiming for my AR weapons. Now, relating a pistol to your inventory, what I'm trying to get at is if you say have, I don't know, any kind of an assault rifle, unless it's an epic or a legendary, I would recommend switching out if you do find an epic or legendary pistol. That would be very overpowered and more likely that you will win a game. If you have practiced with it, you can go to creative mode and practice with it if you want, but still, I would recommend using a pistol if you do have a low rarity for an assault rifle or SMG. Now, if you are playing on duos or squads, you have more inventory space, whether or not you have another person in your lobby helping you, or if you have 3 people helping you, the more the better, but also it differs depending on how many opponents you're going to be going against throughout the match. If you are playing with a fellow ally in Fortnite, you can always carry more weapons and have your ally carry more heals for you both. Like, say if you just take down an opponent and they have a very good weapon and you want to switch it out for another weapon in your inventory, but they also have heals that you both need. Now, if your ally has a weapon that they do not mind dropping or a heal that they really don't think they're going to need, they can always pick that up, whether or not it's a mini or a half pot that you both might need to have further in the future of the game. Now this also goes for you. If your opponent needs you to carry a heal or something of that sort, you can always drop a weapon from your inventory just to pick up that heal, but you do have to be careful as to what you drop out of your inventory, as it does affect what happens in your gameplay in the future. Let me give you an example. If you say have an assault rifle along with an SMG, a shotgun, and a sniper rifle, and you have a few bandages in your inventory, and there's a mini and your ally has weapons he wants, but you don't exactly know what they are, and he does say he can drop one of his weapons, and if he does have, say, a medkit, he can switch out his medkit for those minis. So he will have the shields that you both need, and you could have the bandages that you both need, as long as you guys try and stay close to each other throughout the map. Now I'm going to give the credit for that quick idea as for a partner and inventory to Pace Fuji. He's been helping me a lot throughout this video with ideas for the video, along with the next point, which is also his credit, is going for the build destroying. If you are playing on Fortnite Mobile, which of course this channel is mainly about, many of your opponents are not going to be building, and a lot of them are going to be bots, so you're not going to be running into too many players who build, whether that's the beginning of the game and especially if that's the end of the game. Now, your opponent may be good at building at the end of the match, but they might also not be, but that will also differ depending on your lobby. Now, in saying that, I have a lot of experience with playing in mobile lobbies because, well, I am a mobile player, so I know for a fact that there are not many players who do build in Fortnite, so grabbing an RPG or an SMG to destroy builds isn't entirely the best idea, because in many of my matches, and I've been through quite a few matches on my own, you're not going to be going up against players who like to build a lot. There's a lot of players who try and kill enemies, along with myself, of course, but I do try and build as much as I can. But if you are a little too worried about having to destroy builds with players who might be better than you in a Fortnite match, I would recommend going for an RPG or an SMG. Now, if you are holding a sniper rifle, but you're not too good with a sniper rifle, and you just happen to see an RPG and you are worried about having to destroy builds later in the game, then I would recommend switching out that sniper rifle for the RPG just to benefit you in the further game. Now, if you are closer to the end of your Fortnite game, I would recommend trying to carry more heals, as the players who are near the end of that Fortnite match are going to be closer to you, and they might actually be better because they have obviously survived that long. Now that is going to be it for today's video. If you did like it, if it did help you at all, please make sure to put a like on this video, and do not forget about